Hey you guys, it's Andrea Olson with the Go Diaper Free podcast. I just had a few false starts on this episode, but I'm going to record episode 152 of my podcast, How to Start Your EC Day Right. And hopefully I can say the title correctly this time. So you can listen to the podcast over on iTunes or on Spotify, or you can go to the show notes and I'll tell you where to find those in a second. So let's record this, hit subscribe and the bell, and I'll let you know when my next video is up. And ask questions in the comments if you have any at all. All right, let's go. Welcome to the Go Diaper Free podcast, where we're all about helping you stop depending on diapers as early as birth. I'm your host, Andrea Olson, author and mom of 5 babies, all EC'd from birth, all out of diapers by walking. This is episode 152, How to Start Your EC Day Right. This is a guest post from our Go Diaper Free certified coach, Jen Cutright, who teaches parents EC in Apple Valley, California, the surrounding high desert, and part-time in Bishop, California. I hope you enjoy her pragmatic, fun suggestions for your morning potty routine. You can read the written version of today's show over at godiaperfree.com/152, where we will also conveniently link to all the things we mentioned in today's episode. We'll also be replying to comments over there, so come on by when you're finished. You know those days where everything, including EC, just doesn't go right from the beginning? How about instead those days where everything, including EC, seems to flow just about perfectly? Wait, what? You mean you don't have those? Well, I'm here to tell you how to create those kinds of days from the get-go. Disclaimer, I am not a professional anything. I simply have 2 small girls, close in age, and have had to learn the hard way to parent them pretty much alone. I have no family nearby, I move too much to find good sitters, and my hubby has an extremely demanding job. But here's the value to my knowledge. I am pretty much starting from scratch when it comes to anything to do with these small humans we call our children. I was not a kid person growing up. I did not babysit as a teenager. Children were not drawn to me like they are certain kid people. In fact, my husband and I agreed when we married that neither of us ever wanted children. It took 8 years of marriage before we were blessed with that need for children. So I had no previous experience, training, or even insight. I had no idea what to do with children or what they do, much less babies. You really don't believe me? Well, when I was pregnant with my first, I was visiting a friend with a 2-year-old. We decided to go for a walk early in the morning, but her son was sleeping in a bit. I actually thought we would leave him alone to sleep while we walked the neighborhood by ourselves. It never occurred to me how wrong this was. Yes, this is the truth. That's how bad it was. And there's a picture, and this is us now. And they're hiking, and she didn't leave them at home. They're with her. Don't worry. Okay, story of my life over. Let's move on to the reason you're here. How to start your day right with both EC and the rest of your daily activities. This should apply to children of all ages and stages of elimination communication, which, guys, is about 0 to 18 months. From the moment your children wake, have EC on your mind. Not in an intense way, but more like it's on your to-do list today. It doesn't matter if you're a morning person or not. This works the majority of the time, except for those days that are bound and dog-determined to go awry, if you can get your sleepy butt in gear. The first morning pee and or poop is the easiest and best to catch, and with that accomplished, EC will feel so successful the rest of the day. Your child will probably feel that sense of accomplishment, along with motivation to do it again. I know it sounds simple. It is, and it isn't. You'll find it works well, then you flop on the weekends, or you have a bad day, or you have a couple of bad days in a row, and you forget the routine. But just like anything you want to become a habit, you'll need to suck it up and get back on that wagon. And over in the show notes, which is godiaperfree.com/152, there is a video of Jen's daughter at 13 months using the potty first thing in the morning. So here are my best tips to make a good EC day happen. Get things ready the night before. Have your preferred little potty in the room where the baby sleeps, ready to use. Have wipes or a roll of toilet paper right next to it so you're not scrambling with a dripping baby. Keep a stash of just a few special little toys or books that are for the potty only, and set out a new toy by the potty each morning. This works especially well with mobile babies to draw them towards the potty first thing. Next, keep your mind on EC. Once again, not intensely. just back burner type of way, when you go to bed, so that you wake with that as your first thing on the to-do list. Next, if you're not a morning person, you'll probably want to get up before your child usually does and wake up a little first. Or if your little one is not on a schedule, keep some water next to the bed and take a swig as soon as you need to get up and help your child. It will help you wake up, but I'm not promising a sunshine mood. And definitely get things ready the night before if you're not a morning person. If a child is not a morning person and is particularly grumpy or just doesn't need to go first thing, don't sweat it. Adhere to the fact that urinating first thing in the morning is mandatory, and keeping things calm and matter of fact, lock yourselves in the room where you're pottying until that first pee or poop is caught. This has worked on both my girls, who are complete opposites in their personalities and even their peeing habits. It may take a few days or even a week for them to realize that this is the norm. Just hang in there. And there's a photograph of older sister, Jen's older one, reading a book, which is my book, Tiny Potty, which is about the whole potty routine, to her little sister. It's an early morning bathroom session with my 3-year-old reading to her 16-month-old sister. Having her big sister in there reading the Tiny Potty board book helped when we hit resistance. Good tip. And last, if your child sleeps in his own room, keep a baby monitor near him set at high sensitivity if possible, at least in the morning. And listen for the moment he wakes so you can rush in calmly but quickly and get that catch. This works especially well when encouraging nighttime dryness. And there's another photograph over the blog post at GoDiaperFree.com/152. This is my 1.5-year-old's Montessori room setup. Mini Potty is stabilized on a rug right in front of her bed. Next to it is her favorite book, which is Goodnight Moon, and a fun light-up toy. She slept commando the first few weeks of night training, which means pants only, and was able to use the potty quickly and on her own when she first woke. Making this a habit for you and your child will take you so far in your EC journey. It is so rewarding to see your child eventually just expecting this morning potty routine and eventually doing it on her own. And you'll get the bonus points towards nighttime training when you tackle that if you haven't already. The child anticipates that first morning pee and will usually hold it better in the night. Another huge benefit of this practice is that you get into a get up and get things done routine, and you might find yourself getting up even earlier to get yourself ready for the day before you have to try to do it with a kid or two hanging on you. I know I love the days that I can make this happen. Jen Cutright, GDF certified coach, Apple Valley area, California. There's a link to her coach profile and local Facebook group over at the show notes at GoDiaperFree.com/152. And resource recommendations from Jen are my Potty Time Mastery mini course that helps you get extremely good at detecting the 4 ways to know your baby has to pee, and my Go Diaper Free book, my popular EC book that simplifies EC beginning to end. So you can see those over at the show notes, like I said, and just click straight through. I'll see you over there. Until next time, thank you so much, Jen, by the way. Happy pottying, y'all. I'm Andrea Olson, and you've been listening to the Go Diaper Free podcast at GoDiaperFree.com, and I'll see you next time. And that is all. Please subscribe, hit the bell, and leave some comments if you'd like to mingle about all this. Take care.